and so on and so forth. So these are quite ambitious projects, and if we need to reach to our objectives, we need to act very fast because time is limited. We do not have 25 years to complete these projects. We have to work in a very timely manner. So all our actions have to be aligned so that we can achieve effective implementation of the projects, effective review of the projects, timely review. We can skill the required workforce, which can be located at various locations. So all the parts of the organization and the stakeholders, partners, contractors, senior management, the people at the level who are executing, all have to work in a very rhythm and synchronized manner. So now the need arises that how we achieve this, how we increase the pace of business, how we can empower faster execution, faster speed to market, and faster pace of training. At the same time, keeping the overall cost spending low. So these are the key things. That's the topic of my presentation, actually. We'll try to find answers. So to further elaborate, what is the first need? First need is how we conduct our business reviews. As I said, they have to be effective, and we should be able to do it frequently. At the same time, cost effectively. But the problems, the concerns are that our venues are spread across the country. Geographical spread is there. Sometimes we are even in different continents, we have our presence. If we want to take our senior management to different locations, or if we want to invite mid-level management to the headquarters, it needs a lot of money in terms of travel cost. It results into work disruptions. People are away from their work locations for long. Second need is how to conduct town hall meetings. Town hall means when a top senior executive wants to talk to all the employees, all the team members at a time. So these can be in hundreds and sometimes even in thousands. So again, that is important to align everybody towards the direction where the organization is heading, what are the goals of the organization. But how do we do that? In order to do that, in order to take the message from the management to everybody, to all the targeted employees or stakeholders, there is a lot of time gap. By the time we plan something and by the time everybody gets that message, there is a huge time gap. And we all know the time is precious, and by the time it reaches to the people who are really going to execute it, sometimes even opportunity is lost. It loses sometimes competitive edge and so on. Third very important need is training, which I touched upon in the beginning also, that it's very, very important for any organization's success, that how regularly, how effectively its people are get trained time to time, continuously getting trained. But there is shortage, acute shortage of quality trainers. Then geographical constraints are there. If we invite everybody at a single location, then work disruptions are there and a lot of travel costs are involved. And also these trainings need some follow-up refresher modules, otherwise they become ineffective after some time. So these are the kind of needs or concerns. So what we can do, how to address these needs. So sometimes, we understand that collaboration and training is what is the key. So this is how we can achieve these objectives, and we usually look towards the technology. So the very traditional method is that people air travel and go and calibrate, collaborate and train. Or we use technology where we assemble everybody over an audio conference or a video conference. But I'm sure most of the August participants who are here must have used these audio video conferencing in past. And you will agree that there are issues with these methods. So, I mean, if we do reviews or trainings or town hall meetings using these technologies, audio and video conferencing, these are not effective or very low effective, I'll say. So what are the kind of issues we come across? First is immersiveness. So like I'm speaking, you're here, so you can see my face, my body language, my hands movement, because it's not just what I'm saying. It is much more than what I'm saying. And experts say that 70 to 80% of the communication is non-verbal communication. I mean, which we do not speak. We express through our actions, whether we are interested, not interested, eye contact, and so on, hands movement. So the basic challenge using audio or video conferencing which comes for achieving these collaboration and training is the lack of immersiveness. So it is very, very low as compared to the experience of meeting face to face. In two location video conferencing, for example, if we do, the distant or far location people look very small, maybe 1/10 of their actual size. So it looks like the team members are sitting, thousands of miles away. If there is a multi-locational video conferencing, then size further reduces, and it looks like we are talking to the stamp size, heads. Audio quality is poor. Many times we are not able to figure out who is speaking. We have to look at the lip movement if we can figure out. Eye contact is totally missing. So it's not engaging. It looks that, we are talking to, some photo. There's nobody outside. And so on. And sometimes, like, we need to share a presentation, we need to draw a picture on the whiteboard, or we need to, share a document, hard document. But all these things are very easy sharing if we are meeting in person. But if we are using an audio or video conferencing, then it becomes very, very challenging. It becomes very hard. Who is speaking? Sometimes before we identify, the speaker changes. So these are the challenges which we see, and that's why using video conferencing becomes very low in terms of effectiveness. Second is that ease of use is very low. It always becomes like a project. We have to plan in advance. We have to arrange for an IT manager so that everything works in time. Technology, works. So these are the challenges. And that's why, it remains a challenge. So what is the way out? Now, I think we talked about why timely reviews, implementation, and trainings are required in order to accelerate the pace of speed of any organization to execute things. But how do we do that? So just have a look on this picture. There are two pictures. One is having meeting in person, where both sides people are sitting in a single conference room in person. And in another picture, one team is far, maybe in Mumbai, and one team is in Delhi. So there is hardly any difference. They are meeting just like being in the same room. Or look at this another picture. So here is number of participants are more. On the both sides, like we are having some 15 or 20 people on one side. So around 35, 40 people are interacting in a similar manner like they are sitting in the same room. Here is another picture. So it shows the various combinations in which people can meet, discuss things, review projects, review the status of implementation. And it's very, very easy to share every kind of document, presentation, or whiteboard, what we will be doing while meeting in person in one room. It's very easy and convenient. Here is another solution which even makes it possible not only to meet between two locations, but you can have up to 5 locations. Actually, even more are possible, but I have taken example of 5 locations over here, where, say, the people who are sitting in Delhi can see all 4 locations, for example, Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai, Calcutta, all the time, can have proper eye contact, can see their hand movement, and whichever location is talking or presenting becomes lifelike. I mean, as if they are sitting in the same room. So the effectiveness of meeting is as good as being in the same room, meeting in person. So for a meeting, say for example, a review meeting, which is say 1 hour meeting, you don't need to fly, people from 5 locations at one location, and for a 1 hour meeting you lose a full day. So here you can have a review meeting or discussion meeting, people can collaborate, share things, can take important decisions in 1 hour, and they can get back to their usual work. This is another scenario where, usually, this is the fashion in which our public sector executives, like to discuss and do business. So this is another way how we can achieve immersiveness. So you might have seen that this has removed the problem of sending miniature images. It is like being in the same room. You are getting eye contact all the time. It's very easy to share presentations or a document or, for that matter, whiteboard. So everybody is on the same page all the time. Here is another picture which depicts a training solution. So as we all understand that for all new initiatives, new products we are coming up with, new projects we are coming up, we have to train people. The quality of training is very, very important. So even if we have all the people, we like pull in all people, 60, 70 people in single hall, still at the same location also it becomes challenging to keep everybody engaged what trainer is saying. Because up to 2, 3, 4 rows, trainer is able to make eye contact, able to engage everybody. But what is happening in the back benches is very, very difficult to control. Because now technology is in everybody's hand. There are a lot of distraction. Smartphones are there with everybody. So if they're texting, they're emailing, or they're liking something on the social media, it's very difficult. But if you have a training solution like this, so each and everybody is facing the trainer, is visible to the trainer, a very good monitoring is possible, and whenever a trainer is connecting other sites, still then he can have the similar experience. So you can increase the efficiency of learning of your organization from 200% to 800%, depending upon how many sites you are connecting at a time and how many training rooms you are using at a time. So the same trainer, for example, he need to conduct trainings, say a trainer has to conduct training in Gurgaon, then in Mumbai, and then in Bangalore. So poor trainer has to travel all 3 locations, has to repeat the same thing at 3 places. It's tiring as well as it takes 3 days. But instead of doing training in this fashion, if he used our solution or he used a technology in such fashion that he can be present at all 3 locations at the same time. So you don't need to repeat the same thing for 3 locations. In 3 days, the same work can be achieved, or same level of learning or training can be achieved same day. And the effect remains as if the trainer is physically present in all 3 locations, or even better. So this is a very much empowering solution, using which you can train up to 360 participants from 5 different locations at the same time. So it can increase the level of learning by 5 times than your present speed of learning or training. And also addresses the problem of shortage of good quality trainers. This is just another picture depicting 5 locations. And you might have observed the trainer who is at the top side is visible in other locations the same way, lifelike. Instead of physically, he is there on the screen, but he is lifelike, as if he is there itself, and able to share all sort of documents or presentation or whiteboard the way he'll be sharing while being in the same training hall. You can also record each and every session, because many times trainee will not be able to grab or grasp 100% in single training. So they would like to refer it again, they would like to hear it again. So it's available on demand. So you can create your own virtual sort of university of knowledge, and trainees at their leisure, whenever they have time, evening, morning, on holiday, they can access those training modules and can learn again and again. So just to quickly share about who we are, our company is Business Octane. We are headquartered in Gurgaon. We have our offices across all metros in India. We have very innovative, immersive video collaboration and video training solutions which can increase productivity, efficiency by 400% and training speed up to, again, 600-800%. We work with all major corporates, maybe 95% or more than that out of Indian Fortune 500 companies and MNC companies are our customer. So we have been fueling their speed of execution, and we intend to do similar or better job for public sector enterprises. That's why we are here, and we would love to help you in accelerating the speed of implementation of various projects, reviews, and training. This is just a snapshot of some of our existing customers. Thank you so much for your attention. And before I conclude, I would like to share that we have created experience centers across our all offices around 6 metros. And you are invited to come over, feel, experience, use live in action. Don't leave anything to imagination. And I'm sure you will appreciate and that these solutions can help you in a big way. Thank you.